All right, y'all. This is what we're here for. Let's check it out and see what they got. Scooby-Doo mystery machine, yo. This is pretty cool. No, you could go for it.
I do content. I do the same thing on my own.
It's all right. And the big Sonic. This is what we're coming into.
I saw the back in the back. I was
What's going on, tribe? What's good? So this is gonna be a voiceover video of me going to the Charlie's Collectible show located in Stone Mountain here in Georgia. This is like just a big geek collectors area, really. Like they got a bunch of toys, they got comic books, which you see me there. This particular weekend was a comic book weekend. Like every weekend they kind of have like a theme. I'm actually a little bit later going to the one this weekend, which has to do with like trading card games. The weekend of the 17, 18, I think is where I'm at right now. 18.
Hello, how are you?
So, just wanted to give a quick little video on everything that they kind of had here. What the overall layout is, if anybody's interested in going and stuff like that. It's pretty dope. I came up with a lot of comic books. This spot right here had some X-Men comic books I was looking for. And I've tried looking for these comics forever. I used to stay out in California. There used to be a very famous comic book store called Jeffrey's Comics where I used to stay at in Gardena. And I never seen any there. And then I come here just, for shits and giggles to see what they got. And they actually got it. So I came out with quite a few issues. So now I'm going to be kind of trying to see if I can collect them, see if I can get away with getting them all. You do see a lot of Funkos here. When I go today, I'm actually going to see if I can cop a couple. I've already picked up, I believe, like 2 or 3 from there since I've been there. So, see that one for $40. I paid like $10, I think, for mine or something like that. So, some spots are better priced than others. You might just have to go back and forth. They might have one better price in one spot and another, and then that same one might have it more expensive or less expensive than the last spot. So just do the footwork. It's not a big spot. You could probably do a full lap in the place in like 20-30 minutes, really. So like I said, yeah, this is just a big Funko collection they got, just showing the ones that grab my interest. The Sonic with the emerald, that's just one of the ones I've been having an eye on. I have a big list on my Funko app of just like which ones I'm going to start collecting. I'd originally gone here to see Funkos. The very first time I went, I was just taking a buddy of mine there just to kind of see what they got because they were having something. I don't even remember what that particular weekend was. I think it was like a cosplay weekend they were having or something like that. And then we did a lab, kind of asked some questions around. So every booth that you see that's in like the black gates, like right there, those black gates, those are there regularly. Every time you go, they will be there. I guess just depending on the time, they may or may not be open. Everything on the table right here in this area, kind of towards the back, this is kind of like what I would call like the seasonal area. This is where you see like every weekend they have a specific topic or a specific genre or theme that they're catering to, and this is where the majority of that area would be. Right here you see a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards back in the day, so I actually fuck with a lot of the stuff here. Like I could easily empty my pockets on a bunch of stuff if I just got everything I want. You got Sonic backpack, Funkos, Atomic Purple, N64. Come on, man. Cool little posters, like little scroll type posters, if you will. More Funkos. Got like some Gundam looking type stuff that you can kind of build, just like figurines. Initial D-bags. Got Gojo on the left. That initial D-bag is pretty sick though, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta get my CMYK screen printing skills up. But they also do have manga books. I actually asked this vendor in particular, and they actually had some in Japanese as well. which I thought was pretty dope. If one of y'all need a recommendation, y'all should try selling like legit Japanese manga comics. People want to learn how to read it. That's a little spot if you guys want the little QR code with the like cute little Pokemon bag right there, just chilling. Got Jinwoo from Solo Leveling. If you know, you know. More of the posters. I think, like I said, this particular weekend that I went was the comic book weekend. I think like behind me from where I'm recording, there was a guy who had like that hoodie looks pretty sick with the embroidery. I think it was the guy who created the Last Ronin comics. I think he was there signing books and stuff like that. They've got the One Piece Wanted posters. That's pretty sick. I could have easily walked away with all those if I just had it. Those are fire. Stickers, if you guys want stickers. I think they had like deals, like a couple for $1. And I like sticker bombing shit, so honestly, if they have this again, I might cop a few stickers. I will say this, if you are gonna go, do take cash. There goes another Jinwoo poster, sick. Do take cash, because a lot of the places there, they do take card, but they're gonna tax you. Like you will have to pay a tax because of, you're gonna have to pay for the processing service. If you have cash, like if something's 40, it's $40 even. You're not paying anything extra. This is the DJ's artwork. Which shout out to the DJ because he was playing some fire music while we were there. All genres. So I got his business card too. So he was on point. Had a Pac-Man game for free. You could just go up and play. They had, I don't know if there were any particular games going on. I know last week they had, which was the week after this recording, they had a Naruto weekend going on, like a Naruto cosplay, and like all those little PlayStation games in the back, that little table, they were all running like Ninja Storm games, free to play too. You just had to show up. And I think they had a tournament too, like a shuriken throwing tournament or something like that. So this is the comic book spot I was telling you about that was like right behind me earlier. Like I said, I think the guy who was there, he had like a little Ninja Turtle booth. That guy, I think that I've just passed. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was him. He was the one who created that shit or something. We got more Funkos here. Like I went for the Funkos really. Like even when I check out Marketplace, you'll see this place listed, like a bunch of places listed. It'll say Charlie's Collectible Show and stuff like that. So when you go there's just multiple booths to go check out. More X-Men toys. And these are like classic X-Men, like from the 90s type stuff. More manga books, more toys. Old school Ninja Turtle. This, I don't know if it's a poster, like a big ass cereal box is what it looks like or something, but that's just dope. And I think the one behind it was the Samurai movie, the third one. So I'm actually gonna chime in right here. I used to collect these with my cousin Wesley. When I moved from New York to California, the company that moved our stuff stole a lot of our stuff. TV, clothes, toys. This is one of the things that they took. I never got them back. This for you, Wesley. Yeah, it still hurts my heart to think about, but it's dope to see that there. More Funkos. Again, if you guys follow the channel, you guys know I'm on a Funko collecting run right now. Comic books, I got some comics from there. I was also looking for some Punisher Warzone comics for my buddy. So if any of you guys catch wind of this and you guys have some Punisher Warzone comics you're trying to let go of, for a reasonable price, send me a message. My buddy of mine's trying to collect them. The old school PS2 Tenkaichi Budokai games, come on, man. Or Budokai games, and then you had Tenkaichi. But yeah, yo, classic. Stuffed animals, the retro games. So you can come up on a fucking N64 there, Super Nintendo, an NES. Like, look at all these games. Classic PS1 games, PS2, Sega. Like, they even have the big Sega cases. Look at that. Sega cartridges, N64, NWO. I think the blue one that you saw on the front was Tony Hawk. Yeah, yo, like Super Nintendo cartridges. Let me go back on this side. There's all the PS1s. PSP. PlayStation 2. More PSPs. Like, look at that. Xbox first gen. That Halo game, I had it. Xbox 360. And they had this whole folder where, like, for you, like, to collect cards, the inserts for them. but it was filled with nothing but like cartridges, like Game Boy cartridges, Game Boy Advance, stuff like that. And then this is what my buddies are going for this weekend because they're selling cards. So they have little booths there for buy, sell, trade. These guys here look like the biggest spot there, honestly, just because they have PCs and I mean, like they had like 2 laptops and all that stuff. This little case thing was pretty dope because it just had a bunch of retro consoles and stuff like that. I played the majority of them and had probably more than half of what was in there. At some point, dope ass Gyarados little poster there. I really hope my buddies do enjoy it. One of the reasons I'm doing this right now is so that I can upload this and then have the space necessary so that I can record today's.
I'm sure my buddy Rashad right now collecting Pokemon cards.
Graded cards here if you needed some or wanted some. They have them there as well. So this is a dope ass spot. Like if you have like as fellas, like if you want a little date spot to take like a girl that you know is like an anime nerd and geek or whatever term you want to use, and she just likes this kind of stuff, or you know, just it's a nice little place to just walk around. I think they have like a little snack spot as soon as you come in, but I think you can bring your own beverage too. Like they're not sticklers for that. It is free to come in. I did have somebody ask me like how much was it to come in. Like you don't pay anything. You just go in, get what you would like, and then you leave. Think of it kind of like an indoor swap meet that you don't have to pay to get in for. And parking's free too. It's like really a nice spot. Like I said, if you wanted to take a girl on a date, you know, she likes anime and stuff like this, and she's never been or never heard of it, this is a perfect little spot. Get you like 40-50 bucks cash, and you know, you guys can buy a bunch of whole little trinkets that are there. But cool little vibe, beautiful little experience if you wanted to go through. Like I said, I'm trying to go every other week just so I don't get tired of seeing the same stuff. So when I make content, y'all are not seeing the same stuff. And you know, unless the weekend is like calling me for something, like there's something there that's just pulling me, like comic book day or some shit like that, or like Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Funkos or some shit like that. So I had trouble getting a picture of that, but I was trying to get a picture of that Venusaur because Venusaur is one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm like old school gen, you know. I got the I'm from Pokemon Blue era, Red and Blue era. I had Blue. Started off with Charizard, then Squirtle, then Bulbasaur, and realized just Bulbasaur was the best one for me, so I'm going with that. I like these Sonic and Knuckle little backpacks. I think these were backpacks there. More little collectible figurines, anime figurines. I think there was an area there that had like VHS too, like old anime VHSs. Yeah, like they got a lot, yo, a lot. Again, this was a little trading card booth. And this weekend, if you're a wrestler, sometimes they have people that show up there, like Mark Henry, who was a famous wrestler back in my time, WWF era, not
like
WWE.
That,
he was there signing autographs and stuff like that.
It was a Scooby van here. It's gone now.
Sometimes they have voice actors there, so you can see. There goes Mark Henry right there. So you can just like have them sign Funkos and stuff like that, or other stuff that you would have, collectibles. So check it out. It's definitely pretty dope. Charlie's Collectible Show. Much love, tribe. Be well. Peace.